start this right now and reduce it. And let me call this up for now. That's our camera. And this is our book. Now, you need some feedback. Remember when I started teaching on constructing pie charts, I looked at question 1 and thought, there's only 3 sectors there. That's quite boring. Then I flipped over the page. Zidane, are you with us still? Is Zidane here?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Now, look at this carefully. We've got a lovely table. And we actually did this on a video, so if Diaz is not here, he can get this video, and also Farrell, he can get this video. It's already on YouTube. And well, look, we calculated that each frequency, each one car was it 5 degrees or something? Yeah, we worked it out as 5 degrees. Now look at what they've done. Many of you, when you did your pie charts, just put the degrees there, but didn't actually label the sector, which means you're not fully reflecting the requirements of the story. Yes, 40 degrees is 40 degrees, but what does it represent? And the truth is, it represents the number of black cars at this car show. So you've got to put the degrees in and the actual item it's talking about. Is that okay? Yes, no? Okay, so that's a bit of feedback that a lot of you need to hear. I mean, also for some of you, you put the degrees in the pie, but you didn't show me how you got it, which is why it says in question 2b, find out how many degrees each car represents, and that's part of the calculation. You can do a little table like that, or just do a calculation on the side that doesn't require a full-blown table. It doesn't matter, but you've got to do a calculation, because that's where most of your marks are. Can you calculate? This is maths, and that's the little pie chart, or the beginnings of it. Please note once again, each sector is fully labelled. I'm very happy, by the way, for you to show your parents the link to the YouTube video, so they actually know what lessons we're doing. You know, I've got nothing to hide. It's in the public arena. Anyone can see our YouTube videos with all the jokes and all the edgy stuff we talk about. Yeah, question 3. Hilarious. Okay, so books. There's no point doing a pie chart with degrees in it without saying, well, that's fiction, that's non-fiction book, and that's picture book, okay? So tell the whole story, not just the mathematical side of the story. That's all I want to say about that. Sophie, have you got yourself a compass yet? Sorry, not Sophie, is it Sophia Azam? Have you got yourself a compass yet? Or was it a protractor? You have? Oh, okay. Okay, all right. So whoever's speaking to me is 2 little girls. I think, Sophia, you still got to submit to me the pie chart stuff because it's still on non-submitted at the moment. So please take a photo of each of your pie charts, send it to me, preferably at the email address, because Showman Home, it can be very, very glitchy because the whole country's using it from home. So that will really help me, Sophie. Is that all right? Cheers, so you can do that. Let me move on to correlation. I've already fed back to many of you about correlation. Some of it I've received it this morning. So Diaz is not here, so he can get this teaching as well from last time. We talked about that, but where many of you did poorly is you did not read question 3. So Margarida, are you here? Lovely. Ian, are you here? Now let's read the question together, shall we? And some others of you, that's just a couple that came to mind because they're recent. Match the statements A to E with the graphs. Okay, so A might go with 1 or A might go with 2. I'm not really interested in that. That's not maths, because that could just be guesswork. And we don't want to guess, we want to get it right, okay, with understanding. So to show the correlation, you expect to have, and then you've got to explain your answers. And even though I said, you know, do that in the previous vid, many of you didn't explain it. So I'm going to need to go over this, and many of you did, but many of you did not. And that's the most important part. So let me just give you my version of what I think it is. Shoe size and glove size. I think that's going to be a positive correlation, that one. So I'm going to put A with 1, Why? Because as people get taller, their hands get bigger, and so do their feet. So you'd expect the shoe size and Diaz is here, shoe size and gloves to both increase in proportion. Have you ever seen a small child with really big hands and extremely tiny feet? The answer is no, because we are in good proportion, and so you'd expect there to be positive correlation between shoe size and glove size. Now, you don't have to say a whole sentence or paragraph like that, just a short statement. Outside temperature and visitors to the theme park. Okay, Diaz, you are late. Could you please take yourself off video so it doesn't get too glitchy, please? Yeah? All right, so Diaz, I'm going over correlation now, and there's a video on YouTube, which if you look on Show My Homework, you'll see it. Next one, outside temperature and visitors. I think that the warmer it is outside, the more likely that there'll be more visitors at the theme park. That's a positive correlation. Anyone agree with me, or is it just me? Okay, so I've got one or two yes. That's good. But you're going to write this. As the temperature increases, it's more likely that more visitors will go to the theme park, and so it would be a positive correlation. Cool? I'm going to leave C out for a moment. It depends on your view. D, hours spent revising and score in a science test. That's likely to be a positive correlation. The more time is spent revising, the higher the test score in science you would expect. Why? Because you've spent more time revising. Are you okay with that?
Yeah.
Good, thanks. Last one. Hours spent watching TV per evening and hours doing homework per evening. What sort of correlation do you expect? Yeah, thank you for that. I'd go with negative as well. So if this was along here, time spent watching TV, and here, time spent doing homework, you'd expect a negative correlation, because as the number of hours spent watching TV increases, it's likely you'll be spending less and less time doing homework. Is that clear? Good. All right, so that makes sense. All right, and you need is just to write a short sentence, not a whole story about your life, just a short sentence. Now back to C, sorry. Wind speed and sales of newspapers. This produced a lot of discussion last year. How many of you know you can generally buy newspapers outside, for example, the underground or other places outside, maybe newsagents, where you got some guy selling newspapers at a stand? Yes or no? You've seen that. You've seen that. Okay. So some people thought, well, that's going to be a negative correlation, because as you get to windier and windier outside, people are not going to want to buy newspapers outside from a newspaper stand. It'll be blowing everywhere. Got it? Do you understand that? Right. How many of you went with negative correlation? More wind speed, less sales of papers. Did any of you go with that?
No correlation.
Okay, so if you go with the newspaper stand and a guy selling newspapers, you're not going to want to stand there reading newspaper and it gets blown away, into Russell Square or somewhere. Yeah. There's no correlation if you think of it on pure technical terms. It's windy, I'm still going to buy a paper, take it home and read it. It's less windy, I want my daily paper. Is that all right? So there'll be no correlation between wind speed and sales of paper. That's all I want to say about that. Now our main lesson, which is located on page 243. Now remember, if you're listening to my voice, and you should be, that none of this is homework. It's just a little chunk of maths that we can do at home to get by. And besides, how many of you noticed we're just a few pages away from finishing the book? Anyone notice that? Yeah, you've all... Is it answers? Well, it's more of a glossary of mathematical terms, isn't it? Yeah, so... Yeah, Well, we'll do it. I have got plans, fear not. Let me just put this camera away. We don't need it anymore. So let's just go to the main lesson, which starts now. So this is page 243, mode and range, yeah? So whilst most of the lesson has been feedback on previous stuff, so you can all hear it and do whatever fixes you need to do. And Sophie, not Sophie Stanton, the other Sophie, Sophia Azam, if you can send me your pie charts, please, very clearly to my email address, which is, it's better that way, seriously, for me. I'm going mental going between show my homework and email. Oh my goodness, it's so tough. And I get confused and I send emails to wrong people. It's just mental. I'm going mental, sitting here. Anywho, look at question 4B. I've selected some questions. I think I said on the actual show my homework part of this lesson to do question 4, 5, 6, 7. I think so. Have a look anyway. Let me do question 4 with you right now. It's very basic, but it's important. The mode is the most common number in the list. Is that fair enough? If it was a list of colours, it could be the most common coloured, whatever, ball in a ball pond, whatever. But this is just a list of numbers without storyline. So the most common number is 23. Are you with me? So the mode is 23. Now the range gives us an idea of where the data starts and where it stops. What's the biggest value? What's the smallest value? And if you take away biggest value minus smallest value, you'll get the range. Is that okay? This will mean more as we get more into year 8, 9, and it means an awful lot in year 11 when we do higher level ranges. If this was a group of people and this represents their ages, say, what's the most common age?
23.
Yeah, 23 is the most common age. And the age range, oldest to the youngest, youngest up to the oldest, is 29, take away 20, see I'm going crazy, is 29, take away 17, which is 12. So the range for the age, or age range, because we talk about age range, is 12 years. Is that okay? And really, that's all I need you to do, because we've got 4 little lessons. It's not 4 little homeworks. No, only set 2 a week, proper homeworks. We're in class now, and we're doing our classwork. So when this shuts down, we're going to do these little questions. Question 4, which is just plain numbers. Question, I think it was 5. At least there's a bit of a story behind it. Yet the prices of the same book in 6 different bookshops. Question 6, there's a story. Phil recording the number of people on the bus each week. I don't know why he would do that. We're in lockdown. He shouldn't be on the bus. And question 7 shows the number of machines in 10 matches. Who buys boxes of matches nowadays? Anyway, shows the number of matches in 10 different boxes. And there it is, it's all there. So if you can do that, that'll be wonderful. So if I reduce it down, this is going to go on YouTube. I need to sort of process it and edit it. And if I can't remember. It's whatever it says on the homework. That's not right. Can I get a grid view for everyone? I want to see everyone, please. Could you put your vids back on? So I'll say hello and goodbye. Thank you. I've got Ken. I've got Will. I've got my people. Make it as big as possible. Right. I want to see everyone, please. All your faces. Thank you. Can you see each other? Shoki's coming up. Is he done? I've just had a message. Internet connection is unstable. That could just pop. Great. Fantastic. Are we all here?
Yep.
Good. All right. So, Sophia, now I can see you. Send us your pie charts. Soph, I've had yours. That's brilliant. That's the other Soph. Some of you on correlation. Where I want to see Ian. Ian, are you here?
Yeah.
Okay, show yourself. Okay, I feel like I'm talking to the wrong person. Are you not on our grid then? Where are you, kid? Where's Ian today? No, I can't see Ian. You're not there.
So you have the distance area. That's what I'm looking at.
Yeah, thank you. Right. So Ian, you need to fix your correlations, yeah? By giving reasons for question 3. I think Margarita as well. Ethan, you asked me about what I missed. Well, you missed the correlation stuff, but there's a video. How many of you saw our video when I put it up last time? So I always put it on Show My Homework as a separate homework for you just to watch. Is that all right? So even if you're missing, you can go in, and if you're not missing, it's revision for you. Plus, it's nice to catch up with your friends like that. Ian, is that okay? You know what to do?
Yes.
So just fix up your, put the extra sentences in. What on earth? Put the extra sentences in for question 3 to give an explanation. Just one sentence, one for each one. That would be good. Now, is it time to go? Go and do your modes, everyone. Go and do your modes. Goodbye. See you later, guys.